Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brown.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field.
And let's go straight over to Dave.
Well, guys, Kemba Walker is a multiple-time All-Star. But from his first seasons in the league,
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Tatum in at the 3 slot. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's B in at the point guard.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
Outside Williams. Pass to Walker. No good. Nice D from Levine. Here's B. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That is his first foul of the game.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
On defense, the Bulls. Here's Walker. Second chance shot. Porter knocks it away. Here's Levine. Rebounded by the Celtics. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, it is always a great feeling when you go the extra distance, double OT in this case, and are able to come away with that win.
He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
The shot's good from B.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
It's stolen. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Pass to Tatum. Long season, Chris. Talk about the challenges of maintaining focus and concentration throughout these 82 regular season games.
I mean, the season just wears on you. First of all, physically, the travel, the games, the practice. So one, you have to get through it physically, so take care of your body. Second, mentally, just the fact that you go through every season from Christmas to the summertime. Can you just stay mentally prepared and engaged and remember what the big focus is, why all of you guys came together, the championship. So really, it's just a constant reminder that you have to do the little things every day. It's not about the big picture. It's day by day until we get to the end. And usually when you keep that narrow-minded type of focus, you'll get to the end of the season and say, wow, that was quick. That was fun. I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Great D that time from Tatum. Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And a wide open look for Walker. Here's Kanter. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. B, guarded by Smart. Here's B. Buries the long-range jumper. B's got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Marcus Smart. Ogilvy is out there with Williams. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. B in that last game against the Jazz had a huge game. He had 56 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
Chicago leading by 9. And after signing a 4-year, $52 million contract extension, Marcus Smart rewarded the Celtics, Chris, with the best season of his young career.
Yeah, his best shooting percentages by far. I mean, add in his continued progress as a playmaker. Don't forget he's the man on the defensive end. I think that's money well spent for Boston.
Here's Kanter, and it's sent back by Carter.
Wendell Carter Jr., 6'11", able to use his great length to get the block right there.
Here's B. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
You're smart. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Carter. The Bulls leading by 13. Here's B. Ogilvy grabs the rebound. For Boston, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Brown outside. 1:58 left now here in the second. Feeds it to Smart. Pocket 6. Got a piece of it. Here we go, all alone. And it's blocked.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Brown kicks to Williams. Back to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
The near 7-foot wingspan of Jaylen Brown. I mean, the hops. This is a guy who can dunk on anyone.
B, guarded by Smart. Young against Williams. Young pass to B. It's up a 3. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
These teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series.
Nine seconds left in the first half. And stolen by White. And the first half is now in the books. It's the Bulls. They're up by 11. And we'll be back for the And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if the route that it's threatening to be. You know, B has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's B in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories? Had they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies. When Grant started his career off in Detroit, and to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden? He got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game. Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And here's Walker outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And during his first few seasons, this wasn't a strength of Walker's. Now he's a problem from there.
The shot's good from B.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Brown with the bounce pass. Markin against Williams. Kicks it to Walker. A floater. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and-one opportunities.
Chicago making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. That's good from Walker. Here's Dunn. Outside, Levine. Passes it to B. From downtown. And no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from B.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
The pass to Cantor. In the corner, Tatum with it. Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. Dunn with some nice D. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's B. Rips down the breakaway slam.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Tatum against Levine. Tatum passes to Cantor. It's rebounded by B.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. On the court for the Celtics, Tatum and Hayward make up the 2 forward spots. Walker and Smart, the guards. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Charity stripe shot. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
B, guarded by Walker. 6 to shoot. Fires for 3. And the 3 is knocked down. Deep ball good, and a nice shot from B.
He logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Back to Walker. Got a piece of it. Here's Tice. Carter pulls it in.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Young's shot is off. Celtics trail by 17. Smart deciding where to go with it. Pass to Walker. Hayward on the wing, defended by Young. Hayward can hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Chris, at that free throw line, there's a lot of chirping, isn't there, among the players around the lane. It just seems like their mouths are always moving. A lot of chirping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, for the ones that aren't stuck in there and are tired, they're talking to each other. It's the only real break in action. And there's times, too, you get to see what has happened a few of the plays before, so you get to bust the guy up with some jokes or just flat out talking trash. And sometimes guys are saying, I hate to tell you this, but sometimes guys are going, man, listen, I'm so tired. He's gonna make this free throw. Don't push me too hard on this. I gotta get rest for a couple seconds.
They say that, huh?
Oh yeah. Especially to the guys. I remember saying that to Ben Wallace one time. He was my rookie, and I was like, listen, man, you know Legs is gonna make this free throw, man. Don't come on, don't push me all the way into the basket. You'd have a good
What was the
night.
response?
He pushed me into the basket.
Here's Brown. It's all in by the Bulls. Carter's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. B, guarded by Walker. Pass to Dunn. Here's B, and he drops in the layup off the glass. B's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
Well, GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Here's Tatum, and it's sent back by Carter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost him, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for B.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Felicio's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Murray subbed in for Porter. Pass to B. Three-pointer. Drains the three-pointer. B's got 37.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And the pass to Wanamaker. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Ojale. Boston again missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
There's the three. Off target with that shot. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it.
And, you know, this game could really best. I mean, being there no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well,
But you know it's all the same. I'm just happy to get out and get the win. I thought we did a great job of creating mismatches, exploiting switches. The timing of our plays was on point, but really we maximized what we did well as a group.
Man, barbecue chicken and blue cheese? Gotta try that combination.
Nice game, Chick. I bet you wish you could play these guys every night.
Nah, man. Where's the fun in that? I'm a competitor. I want some competition, you feel me? It was way too easy out there tonight. Far too easy. Let's get some real guys in here.
What do you think the key was to your hot scoring tonight?
Making smart decisions, being decisive, knowing where my shots are supposed to come from, and not hesitating when I've got the advantage.